Hey guys, okay, so I want to talk about, this is just not, hold on. Aha! You know what? I don't care. I'm just gonna put it on top of my head in some type of way so that it's up there. I am here to talk to you guys about something that I'm like super passionate about. Oh, I'm so excited to talk about it. It kind of goes along with my Doing What You Want video, but it's different because my Doing What You Want video is explaining how that happens, but I'm explaining now why you should do that. Okay, so basically I'm known among my friend group and maybe among you guys at some point, but among my friend group I am known as the person that just has all these weird vibes and premonitions and like, I don't know, my best friend calls it voodoo magic. Being able to like, I don't know when someone's upset even if I'm like on a different continent than them, or like, you know, if I haven't talked to them in like months and I just send them a message randomly because I have this vibe, I have this feeling that like they need that. These feelings come and they settle themselves just in my very core and they stay there. All in due time, things will happen if you take the time to make sure that they can happen. When I first had this feeling of just absolute certainty, and I knew that that was what was gonna be good for me, everybody told me that it wasn't going to be good for me. Well, first when I was 16, they told me, oh, that's cool, that's good, honey. And they tried to like diminish it as just like a dream that would disappear. Do what you know that's different. You know that feeling is real and it's intense and it's just like life-changing. So I knew that this was something that I never felt before and that I needed to act upon. And I feel that everybody has these same feelings when they're young, and if you keep suppressing them, they'll stop showing up because they're not in an environment where they're being acknowledged and nurtured. I think that everything happens for a reason, and we have these strong urges for a reason. We feel compelled to do things for a reason. Our universe is looking out for us. It knows what we need. It knows what's the next step in our life, and I say that you take that. You do what you feel. If you don't think that you can, I have a video on that, so go watch it. You can do whatever you want. When I first had one of these feelings, I mean, I'm sure that we've had them like our whole lives, but the first one that I really noticed that really was like a big deal was when I was a sophomore and I was like, I'm gonna move to Paris, and everybody was like, okay. And I was like, no, like I am. And everybody was like, yeah, you can do whatever you want, sweetheart, because that's what they tell you, you know. They're like, you can do whatever you want, except for that you can't. So you can. But anyway, I was like, okay, you guys don't believe me, but like I am, I promise. God, I just knew I was going to do it. I knew that I couldn't do it and I wasn't capable of it until I had graduated, and I didn't know how I was gonna do it. And at first I was looking at universities in Paris because I thought that I had to do the whole, you know, high school, college, marry someone, have a career, have children, die like the route that everybody else did. So I just was like, okay, yep, I'm gonna do that. I'm finding universities in Paris or like a way to study there or something like that because I thought that I needed to be there. Like I knew I needed to go. So that was my first thing. But when that started not really working out, I was like kind of despairing, you know. I was like, oh my gosh, that crystal clear future everybody else has, I can't have that. Knowing what I knew, knowing that I needed to go there. I wasn't gonna sit in my hometown going to a public university and just being like, yeah, this is good, this is fine, this is what I need, because it wasn't. And it wasn't ever gonna be what I need. So I knew what I needed. I knew myself. I knew my premonitions. I knew my feelings. And I knew that I had to follow my heart. I never really was a spiritual person. I never believed in shit like this. But like, I'm living proof. It's real. It's what you need. If you have this unwavering just knowledge that this is what is good for you, then listen to yourself. And when people try to discourage you, because everyone did, everyone told me that this wasn't what was right for me, at least once. Even people who ended up being supportive and were supportive along the way, even they had their doubts, and I know they did. And it's just like, I know that this is what I need. And I just really couldn't wait for everybody else to understand that it was all working out. Tensions were rising. People who thought I couldn't do it were realizing that I could. It was hurting my relationships with my family and everything like that. And they were never amazing to begin with. So, you know, it was a hard time for me when I was following my heart and following my premonition and my urges and what I knew that I needed to do, and nobody I loved supported me. It was really difficult to face that fact that I was alone, and I still did it. I had to do it. I knew I had to do it. It was what was good for me, and I know that not everybody will have a lack of support as I did. Like Claire talks about, when she wanted to move to LA, her mom was very supportive. But I'm telling you that it works both ways. If you don't have the support of your parents, you'll have to work that much harder, but you can still do it. You can do it. And you don't need them to help you. But yeah, so it worked out, and I got that moment of just like release when I went home this summer, and everybody realized how great it had been for me, and that it was what I really needed, and that another year was also what I needed. And I'm just really, really grateful that I stuck to my gut, and I was like, this is what I need, and I fought for myself, and I got it. I did what I needed to do. That being said, just this afternoon I was lying in bed watching Friends or something. I don't know what I was doing, but I was just lying here, and I got this sudden, like, I got a new feeling. And it was, you have to go to India. There's this organization called Sadhana Forest, and I don't know if I can link them here or anything like that. I'm still not very good at editing. I do everything that I do, all my vlogs, all my videos are edited on my phone for now, and new stuff is in the works for that. So we'll see if after the holidays I can change my editing style and like start getting better at it. But for now, this is what I have. So anyway, I had this strong urge, like I felt compelled to go. And around maybe even this time last year, I had the same feeling that I needed to go, and I made plans to go in like July or something like that, but then I got the opportunity to go home. I don't get to go home often, so being able to go home is a big deal for me, which I feel like a lot of people take for granted. But when you live in a different country, you realize that going home is a chance you should take, because, you know, it's your roots and where you're from. But I knew that I also had to go to India, but I kind of forgot about that after last year and just living life. And then just randomly in my bed today, I was laying here doing nothing, which was not necessarily the greatest thing I could have been doing. I was laying here and I realized, I just had one of those feelings, and I was like, I've got to go. I know it will fall into place if it's correct, but I feel like the universe kind of wants me to go by myself, because it's not put anyone in my life that I feel like could go with me, and maybe I'm supposed to make this journey on my own. And wow, am I just absolutely thrilled when I receive these emotions, because now I know what to do with them, and I know that following them is the right thing. I'm so excited for the future. And basically, update on my life while we're here. I'm still an au pair. I au paired last year in Paris, France. I'm from America, so I came here basically knowing a couple people. One of my actual like greatest friend that I have right now, I met her on the internet before we came here, and then we became really, really close friends, and she's probably watching this. I love you. The world, the universe knows what it's doing with you. It's carrying you. My plan is to be here until June, and be with my host family again for another year and spend time with them and study and hopefully get into Sciences Po, which is like, God, my dream school. So really hope that I get in there. And yeah, so after that, I'll go home for my brother's graduation. My sister's birthdays are all in June, and my birthday. And hopefully I'll be there for my cousin's birthday, and I'll probably see my best friend. I'll go up to Toronto and we'll hang. So that's my plan for this summer. And then the following year, I would really, really like to be going to Sciences Po. But if I could fit in a month in Sadhana Forest in India, in Pondicherry, Auroville. It's not Pondicherry, it's between Pondicherry and Chennai, I think. I don't know how to say these names. I'm sorry if you're Indian and you know, I don't know. But between that city, it's called like Auroville, and that's where Sadhana Forest is. And I just feel this intense calling to go there. So hopefully from late July to mid-August, I can go. So that is just what I'm trying to manifest right now. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, you know? I hope that you can relate to this. I don't know if you can really learn anything from me. I hope that you can. If you've ever had experiences like this, please put them down in the comments or message me or tweet me, because I would really like to know if other people feel these feelings like I do because of my theory, because I think that everyone does unless they're suppressed. I don't know. This is what my mind is doing right now. I'm just really energized and excited, and I can't wait to just go to India. That's where I need to be. Thank you for watching this video. I really, really appreciate you. I am just absolutely so overwhelmed by the amount of subscribers that I've gained in Vlogmas, which it doesn't seem like a lot to anybody because I still haven't broken 100, but for me, every view is like really cool because these are my little creations and my little documentation of my life. So thank you so much for being a part of it, and I'll see you tomorrow.